A very good morning and welcome to Biz Talks. I hope you're keeping well wherever you are, and we are as well. Apologies for starting late, but we are here to have the conversations on business and how things are going. Today in the house we have an amazing gentleman who is doing very nice things. I'll be showing you later on what he's doing, and you'll be able to see some of the nice pure leather kind of things. And on his way to supplies, I asked him, can we have a conversation about these things? And he's right here. And we have Crispin Achola in the house. Welcome in the house.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Crispin is an entrepreneur and he's going to be telling us a few things. What is it like with the changing environment? How is the business going? But first, before we get into the conversation, why don't you tell a friend that this is happening because we're about to get started. So if you can retweet, share the link out, let's let other people get to know that this is happening as we get started. So Francis Achola is right in the house. Karibu sana.
First of all, you got my name wrong because it's been a couple of you've introduced me as Crispin, you've introduced me as...
Oh, good. Did I say Crispin? Yeah. I think it's because, just let the people know. We were talking about someone else called Crispin.
So my name is Francis Ochieng.
Francis Ochieng, yes. Yeah.
Founder and CEO of Ochieng Africa.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I'm just the usual normal guy.
Yeah.
I think I played rugby for quite some while with one of the friends who referred me to you, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
So we played in the same team for I don't know, I think 3 seasons. Then I moved to Nondis. Yeah, so I'm actually an accountant by profession, and the leather just came in as a hobby during COVID.
Yeah. Wow. So first of all, Francis, I'm more than curious to know a few more things. So do you still play?
Yeah, I still play.
You still do?
Yeah, I still do.
Okay. And I don't know how's the Kenyan team doing so far. Last I checked.
Talking about Kenya Sevens is another whole story.
It's a whole story, yeah?
Yeah, it's a whole story.
Okay.
Kenya 15s, I think they are doing well.
Okay. But anyway, interesting. So are you still doing your accounting or you have moved now fully to business?
I'm still employed. I'm actually on my leave as we speak.
So this is leave now.
Yeah,
this is still something on the side that you're doing.
This is something on the side that I do.
Isn't this not the story of every Kenyan where we are saying, you know what, you gotta look for a side hustle at these tough economic times, right?
Because one of my friends I used to say that you can't buy a house in Karen or these posh places with your salary. So we have to try. You have to try.
That's a wake-up call. Yeah. You're right. And anyway, this is a story of resilience, if I may call it that, because Kenyans are known to really always try to do things. So you're a good example to this. And I'm curious now to ask about when you started this. You know, even if you're calling it a hobby, a side hustle, when did you start this?
I think we started. I started way back in campus.
Campus days.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was I'm a product of the comrades.
Yes.
You know them. When I was doing my undergrad in Lower Kabete, I started by selling sandals, the leather sandals which my cousin used to make.
Yeah.
Then after campus, I got employed. Then around 2018, I think we were having. I wasn't in a better place money-wise, so I was like, what can I do to get the extra money? So I think I had 70,000 if I'm not wrong. Went and bought machines. I didn't even know how to sew. I didn't even know what I'm going to work with. I was like, let me just buy the machines.
Yeah.
Then I'll see what's going to happen. Then one friend of mine who's in Jericho Market called Nicholas. I think his brand name is Nicolo's Designs. He actually specializes on making overalls. Was like, I can teach you how to use the machine. I was like, okay, I'll come and have tutorials. Then I'll go and try on my own.
Yeah.
So I started with sandals.
Yeah.
We did sandals for a while. I think for the first 3 months.
So those are the common sandals that you guys would see. Yeah. Okay.
For the first 3 months, I didn't make a single sale.
Oh.
I had the craziest stock ever. So I was, by then I was living in South Bay, so I went to one of these movie shops that people used to sell movies.
Yeah.
So I told one of my friends, like, hey, so can I have a space in your place so that I can place some of my items?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like, okay. So I met, I think his cousin. Then from there on, we started selling sandals. Then I saw that they were making profit.
Oh.
Because we were making around 40,000 in a week, and I was employed. So you can imagine, that was a really major motivation. That was a really major motivation. So we started making sandals. We made sandals.
So the cousin was more of a marketer, or knew how to get them?
Was more of a marketer.
Okay.
So, and she was really doing good on marketing the sandals. Then she flew abroad. Then I was left there. So I was like, I can't continue with this. Let me just focus on my employment because things were looking good now.
Okay.
So during COVID, then we were given a 46 days working from home.
Yeah.
So I bought machines to my apartment. The one bedroom, I used one bedroom to organize the machines in. Then I started. YouTube has been a very major teacher on how leatherworks is. And I can say all of the things I've learned is through YouTube, nothing else.
So what you're saying is that YouTube is a good university.
YouTube is a good university. Actually, I will advocate for guys to just, if you want to do something, just go to YouTube.
Yeah.
And a little bit of reading, then you'll be good.
You'll learn a lot of things then. No, this is so good. I mean, there's a lot of, they call it DIYs, do it yourself, and you can learn it and fly. Yeah. So I'm very interested in this because, you know, how you started by just saying that you didn't even know how to sew. You just bought machines and knew this is going to be a way. It's an encouragement in itself for anybody who's thinking that, oh, I need to be, first of all, ready before that. Would you say that this statement is correct of saying that don't wait to be ready, jump in fast and you'll be fine on the go?
I would say that, like, I usually see these memes going around that you need to try out things so that you can know. If you don't try out things, how are you going to know? Because there's no way you're going to be ready for anything.
Yeah.
For instance, you can't be ready for exams. I've never been ready for exams. I have never been ready for exams. I have never been ready for the next day. I've never been ready for, as in life, no one has a manual.
Yeah.
No one has a manual in life. So if you feel like doing something, just go with it. If it fails, you will learn.
Yeah.
If it succeeds, then that's an even greater lesson. But if you want to say that you want to be ready, you want to be ready to do this, you want to be ready to do this, then I think you're going to be ready for the whole of your life.
No, that's so good. Let's now go back to the business, and you know, you give the story of sandals and everything else, but I'm not seeing sandals here. We have very beautiful bags, as guys can see. So how was the transition then? How did you end up in this?
The transition, why I moved from sandals is like, in Kenya, you can't get quality rubber soles. So it like lowers the quality of the sandals because you're using a durable material on the top, but on the bottom you're using PVC. So and importing the soles from China is kind of expensive for a small enterprise. So it will be hard for you to get to venture into the sandals market. And if you want, because I won't say that I'm a perfectionist, but I would love my clients to have to have a quality sandal and a durable sandal. So I won't like every single, like after every 6 months someone is coming to buy
another sandal.
I would want after every month you come and buy a new design.
Yeah.
But not after every month. After every 6 months you come and buy another sandal because this other one is spoiled.
Okay. So now the transition to bags.
The transition to bags came around during COVID. For the first month during COVID, I was in the house. I did hand stitching. I did a hand stitching bag, and it sold for around. It was around 30K, and I was like, whoa, 30K for only one bag, and I did it for around 3 days because it was hand stitched.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I am not doing sandals okay, I will try doing the sandals.
Yeah.
But on order basis. I won't do them just to display them. So I started doing bags and wallets, Then it was travel bags at first because most of the people were buying travel bags.
Yeah.
I think we sold, we had a quite fair sales during the first month. And the second month, then people started noticing that, in our Instagram page that we were making handmade leather items. So I started getting calls and I started getting orders.
Wow.
So we did, when I was alone, I think I did bill holders. I started trying out things. Then we did bill holders for Fogogoucho, we did bill holders for the Winning Post, we did bill holder for Deja Vu, I think it's closed now. We did bill holders for quite some restaurants.
Did you say bed holders?
Bill holders.
Bill holders, or the nice bill holders.
The nice
okay,
bill holders.
okay, yeah.
We did bill holders for Manhattan. So we started coming out like, we have business in restaurants, we have business in fashion, we have business in everywhere. So we started like, we can focus on bags. If we get business from these other places that they want leather products, we'll also deliver. So that is when I started employing people.
This is quite interesting, and I'm really applauding you for just really that. I have so many questions even about balancing and all those kind of things. It seems from your story, before we even come to the sector and how the leather sector is doing and many other things, it seems like you have a ready market. And are you saying you're able to juggle this? I'm just curious to know about your...
Yes. We usually try. First of all, I'll really appreciate, I call them my colleagues.
Yes.
I call them my employees.
Yes.
I'll really appreciate my colleagues for holding it down for when...
How many do you have working with you?
I have 3.
Okay. Wow.
3 who are full-time employed and 2 who are on contractual basis.
Okay.
You find a massive order, then you have to add some machines.
Come over.
Then you have to have the proper capacity to finish to deliver. Yeah. So they really hold me down in every single bit. Like if anything comes up, they will turn up like no one's business.
Boom.
They will be there. They will work overtime.
Yeah.
And that is the most amazing thing, because they really value, they really want the brand to grow, and they really want to make this thing happen. Yeah.
Well, what would you say the demand is like for your, products?
Basically, the demand is just, I would say that the leather market is on a plateau. Like, you'll have your regular customers buying things from you, maybe after a month, because they will want different bags, they will want different, because for every design I try and bring up, I will always have orders. So it's up to us and my team to do a design.
So it's creativity that keeps you up.
That sells. Because I won't say that the market is there. The market is there. But are you creative enough to make people buy your product? And are your products durable? Those are the 2 questions that I really ask myself every single day. Am I creative? Yes, I am. Can I do this? Yes, I can. How many pieces is this design going to sell? Like there's the first design that we saw that there was potential in was a travel bag. I think that you put on the poster. Yeah. That travel bag. We sold around 50 units of that bag.
Wow.
50 on the same design, because we started. It was supposed to be a laptop back then. The guys, I think we need to make mistakes. Yeah. I think we need to make mistakes so that we can learn. So it was a mistake. It was supposed to be a laptop bag, and they made a mistake and made a perfect
travel bag.
Wow. I sold 50 units.
It's a good mistake.
Yeah, it's a good mistake. I think we need to make mistakes in our careers, but not the. Like in accounting, you can't just make a mistake. Okay. But you need to make, if you are creative, you need to make mistakes. Okay. But if you're creative, you need to make mistakes so that you see where the mistakes are going to take you. and it has been a perfect mistake.
Big mistakes. Tell me about this, your marketing strategy and how you constantly market so that people can get to have your
I
products.
have a marketing team. Comprises of two people, I think, and whom are also creating their products.
Okay.
And through they're creating their brands, because I usually allow my people to grow. Because if you feel like you have the potential to have your own brand, I'm like, yeah, why don't you have so many brands in Kenya so that you can be not competing, but we've spread our wings out there. Let people know that Kenyans also have can make good products, can make good leather belts, can make good leather belts, can everything concerning the leather. Like Kenya can do this. So sometimes growth is not bad. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting, because sometimes we always advise people, constantly think about your marketing strategy so that at least you're reaching out to your people. But from what you have spoken, a lot of it is on social media. That's what you've used, right? Wow, lovely. Let's talk about you as a young entrepreneur, man. I mean, I'm sure there's so many things you would say. And one of the questions that I wanted to ask is, what support system do you need to enhance your business as a young person? Because there's so many young people who would really want to also jump into whatever business they want to. But what would be your advice, or your way of speaking on this?
I would advise people to invest. If you're selling products or you're selling services, I think you should invest on marketing, because without the clients or without the customers, you're not going to be able to run the business. So I'll advise them to focus on marketing. Yes, this is the organization. You need to manage the organization, but you need to focus more on marketing, because with the clients, the business will run. Without the clients, you just have machines and people.
Let's talk about now, just thinking through the landscape of the business. Before we started, I asked you, who are your competitors? And I liked your answer. You said you don't have competitors. And I said, oh, hold on. But I see people say, first of all, let me know about your landscape. And why would you say you don't have competitors?
I would say I don't have competitors because, come on, if I was competing with Joka Joke, I was competing with Yalo, I was competing with Zari, come on. Like, they also have their clients, I have mine. Like, why would I say that I'm competing with them? If I was competing with them, it will be, I don't see it as competition, I see it as everyone trying to express themselves to Kenyans. Like, competition is something that you put in your head, but I see that I'm trying to make my clients stay with me, or I'm trying to make my clients have better quality products. I don't know about them, but I have no competitor. It's people trying to express their talents. Yeah.
Okay. As you said, the market is wide. You can't even still meet everybody's needs and all that. But we have seen a lot of industries, and not just in your sector, in many other sectors, get affected by imports coming in, cheap imports and the likes. And I wanted to ask, do you have such challenges? And if that's the case, what other challenges are you facing?
Yeah, the imports are there, so I don't know what the government is doing about that. But the imports which are coming in, funny enough, other than the thrift shops, most of the products that are coming from China, their durability, come on. It's not, we beat their durability. That's where we capitalize on. Our products are durable compared to the products being imported from China. Mostly it's from China and Turkey.
Okay.
So our durability, because one of my clients actually, I'm working with people like there's one of my clients who usually has her own brand called Lady Sally. She was importing bags from Bangkok. Then she figured out that after 3 months, everyone is complaining about the bags she's selling. And how much is he selling the bags for? For 2,500. And the durability, because you can't carry that bag every day. And you know, with the current economy, you can't have a closet of bags.
I know, yeah.
So you'll have maybe one specific bag that you usually carry. So one of the clients complained about the durability of the bag that she was bringing. So she was like, okay, so what can I improve on this? And you should focus more on leather. She's one of my partners we're working with.
Wow. Wow.
And she's selling her brand every single day. I think you should interview her. She is selling brand, and she's a marketer, by the way.
Yeah.
And when she has an order, that's my order. So rather than people thinking of competition, that's why I'm like, I don't see a competition. Everyone is trying to express his or her talent.
Wow.
You can't say that there's competition. Everyone is trying to express his or her talent.
Yeah.
And if you're getting more tunes from your talent, then it's good for you.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Good for you.
That's
so
true.
There's nothing like competition.
Okay.
Just express yourself to the world. If you're accepted, well and good. If you're not accepted, then
change your strategy. Do something else.
Yeah, do something else or change your strategy.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. And let's talk about any other. What are the challenges that you're facing personally when you're like, oh my goodness, if this was worked, I would be doing better?
There are so many challenges. Like one is employee turnover.
Oh.
Because one, if you can't hold the employees, come on, the money you're giving them, he gets a good offer. Like it's a good thing. She has or he has to climb the ladder. So
Yeah.
Okay. Wish you all the best.
And yet you have invested on training and all that.
Because sometimes you usually say like you can't hold on to some.
You're right. Yeah.
So if it's time,
it's time.
You appreciate the memories that you've made with him.
Yeah.
So you have to let her go or let him go. Because if you employee turnover is for the SMEs, employee turnover is
a big mess.
It's a big mess.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing is I'll talk about the market, but that depends on your talent.
Okay.
And other thing is holding it down financially. Because if you don't have the market, and there's some months you'll go without business, like 2 months, like there was like around January last year, we didn't sell a single bag. Oh. We had overheads to pay, we had rent, I had salaries
to pay.
So, and that's why I really commend my colleagues, because they understood.
They understood. We haven't sold.
I only had to sort their rent.
The most basic here.
The most basic thing.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of money for their food. So, from January, then we started having. Okay, you're back.
Anyway, January is January, man. I mean, you're not alone, man.
So I thought that December, I thought that December is when people buy things. By then, I realized that January, if you're a good marketer and you know the trends of the market, you need to invest more in January, because after the first week of paying school fees, people have disposable income, and they will buy. Leave alone gifting on December, you'll only get the corporates. But after December, the first week you let it slide, then you start looking for people who have disposable income, because they'll buy things, because they have the money, and they're all sort of their expenses, and they have their money. So that is how I knew that. Like this January, we were okay. We had sales. I had enough money to pay my employees. I had enough money to pay the rent and overheads. Yeah, so we played around with the strategies.
Okay. Now I'm looking at them. They look so crispy, looking nice. I mean, you can almost feel this kind of feel of the leather, man. It's quite quality. So my question is this for you first. Do you have enough leather in this country, or you are?
We have enough leather in this country, and it's only that it's a little bit expensive.
Okay. So do you where do you?
I think the government should try and subsidize some raw materials on turning the hides, so that we can get quality and cheaper leather. That is why most of the bags are expensive, because